I'm Ava and I should have been recruited for flag football.
I'm Sean McQuillan, and I'm excited for the next Wellness Summit.
I'm Manno with the fastest minute in Mepham sports.
I'm Sid, and I've got your What Is That?
I'm Cumulonimbus Charles, and this weekend's weather is pretty normal.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 5. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Mepham, happy Friday and happy end of the third quarter.
That was yesterday, and in the upcoming months will be the annual...
April Fools!
Oh my God.
April Fools!
You're too happy. And, oh my, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. And happy Ramadan.
Ramadan? What is that?
You heard the magic words. Here's Sid Elisetti with more.
Let's find out.
What is that?
Hey everyone, it's me Sid, back with another episode of What Is That? Today we will be talking about Ramadan. I'm sure nearly all of you guys have heard of it, but there are many misconceptions about the holiday. Ramadan, aka the holy month, consists of fasting and prayer for the Muslims, or followers of Islam. The holiday takes place on the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, which is when the Prophet Muhammad received the first revelations of the Quran, Islam's holy text. Muslims spend the day fasting from sunrise to sunset, but before and after feasts are held to celebrate. Fasting during Ramadan is also one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which I'm sure you've all heard about in your world history classes. There's a lot more about Ramadan, but I'm running out of time. So that's the end of the segment today. And the end of Ramadan is marked by Eid, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother episode. That's it from me, and now you know. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Sean, what are you doing?
What's up? Oh, sorry, modeling for the UN.
That's not what that means. Last weekend, the Mepham Model UN Club went to New York City to participate in the 48th Annual Model UN Conference. Mepham represented Cuba and had to create diplomatic solutions to pressing issues facing today's world. Congrats to the participants.
In Cuba, football means soccer, but in America, it means football.
You're so bright, Sean. And speaking of football, I know BMB sent a reporter down yesterday to the field to check out the new girls' flag football team. Here's Liam Osborne with more.
I'm Liam Osborne, here on the Mepham football field. I was looking for the girls' flag football team, but since they are a district team, they're practicing at Jerusalem. I was able to watch them yesterday, however, and they are already fantastic and are working hard to win their upcoming games. The district team is a new addition to the Mepham sports roster and was brought to the BMCH SD by athletic director Mr. Caballero, as well as an initiative by the New York Jets. The team, coached by coaches Krakow, Moody, and students Dom Casella and Ryan Thier, will play against 9 other teams on Long Island in a tournament with the possibility of a championship at MetLife Stadium. The teams have been great successes in New Jersey, and ours is already a success. You can find out more information on the upcoming midweek update. That's all for me. I'm Liam Osborne, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Liam. You really can do anything.
Speaking of cans, the art department is holding a canned goods food drive throughout the month of April in honor of the 60th anniversary of Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup Can paintings. You'll see murals in the foyer that were created by the studio art classes, alongside boxes for donation collection. All donations will help restock the community cupboard.
And after you donate to the canned goods drive, Ukraine may be next on your list, just like Senior Victoria Connick. With family members stuck in Ukraine, Victoria is doing everything possible to help those affected by the conflict.
It's honestly terrifying waking up every day, and although they're in a safe city, it's terrifying to see if that city became unsafe overnight. 2 weeks ago, I had a donation drive going, and then I did a pierogi sale through my church that we baked for the faculty, and last week there was a candy sale, and maybe we'll bring it back. Ukrainian people and Ukraine will not give up in this awful fight. They will 100% prevail and keep their land and their culture and their history. So I hope that no one in Bellmore or around the world is doubtful in their strength.
Be sure to keep yourself updated on the conflict using reliable sources such as the Associated Press, and double-check everything you see online. You can also find more about Victoria's efforts on this week's Midweek Update.
On Midweek Update, you'll also find Jake Manno's sports report, but we've got his older brother today. Let's see Matt Manno with this week's sports report.
Cuccinella to the house!
Thanks, Ava. The spring season is finally underway, and it took long enough. 4 Mepham teams are in action this weekend, but first, let's see how the season started. We go to the track where the boys and the girls took on Garden City on Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively, where I can finally say that I ran well. The baseball team opened their season with a 3-2 loss to Garden City and then finished the series yesterday. And now, onto the weekend slate. We've got 4 games. Today, you can see the boys lacrosse team take on Seaford and then see them again Monday live on BMB. Shameless plug aside, the softball team opens their season today at Oceanside. And tomorrow, the girls lacrosse team takes on Hewlett. And the track team travels to Valley Stream North for its invitational meet. Finally, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. March equals madness. The NCAA tournament is down to 4 as Kansas, Villanova, Duke, and North Carolina are set to battle to crown a champion this weekend. And if anyone cares, I didn't Manno curse anything. Yet. Don't let me down, Kansas. That's all from me. I'm the better Manno. Now back to Sean and Ava in the studio.
Thanks, Matt. It's great to see the track team running around campus again. Speaking of around campus, here's this week's segment.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm joined by one of Mepham's favorite social workers, Miss Cheliotes. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Of course, anytime. Thanks so much for joining us. This past Tuesday, students from across the district gathered at Brookside for the second ever Bellmore-Merrick Wellness Summit. Can you start off by telling us exactly what the Youth Wellness Summit is and maybe its purpose?
So the Youth Summit was put together by a group of people, inclusive of one student that we used to have here at Mepham High School, who's now a social worker, who thought it would be a great idea to bring all these schools together to talk about mental health and to talk about ways in which we can prevent suicide, since it is one of the second leading causes of death amongst teenagers.
And it's pretty incredible that our district offers something like this. How do you envision students sharing or using the skills they learned at the summit?
I love the idea of students getting excited about helping one another, learning some of the skills that can make them more aware of what to look out for. I think that the idea of building skills and making relationships, a lot of our students walked away with brand new friendships after the summit. And ideas on what they can bring back to their school so that we can just make it more of a richer community within our schools.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining me and telling me more about the summit.
I'm so happy to be able to share this with all of you. Our hopes are that we can do this every year.
I hope so too. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Hannah. I'm excited to attend next year. I'm also excited to hear what our resident jokester, Cumulonimbus Charles, has for our special April Fool's Day weather episode. Here's the weather.
Hello, I am Cumulonimbus Charles, and I'm doing my best impression of a normal person today because it's April Fool's. I'll have you know that Cumulonimbus Charles is no fool. No, sir. As for what to expect out of today's weather, there will be clouds, a high of 57, and a low of 41. Tomorrow, there will be less clouds and more sun compared to today. The temperature will peak at 54 degrees and will bottom out at 36 degrees. On Sunday, there is a possibility of rainfall during the daytime, and alongside it, the temps will go up to 53 degrees and later into the night will go down to 44 degrees. I've been Cumulonimbus Charles, and this was normal. Have a normal weekend, Mepham.
I'm not sure whether to laugh or not. Now for today's quote. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated.
These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, April 1st.
Have a great day, Mepham. Ava,
Yeah.
shoes untied.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look.
Look.
Did I know it's April 2nd?
What? No, you're not.